confused, and you can't understand what's going on. What the heck? Grab a deck for insight from Banshee and Oberon. It's WTF with TFT, WTF with TFT, WTF with TFT, let's go!
Hey, everybody.
Hi,
Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Mr. Psycho.
Emmy Banshee.
I'm Psycho
Well,
because
not only do you get two readers in one, you get two cats in one show. So as long as they cooperate with each other. You see a
Sassy's a
picture.
little bit off screen, but she's
Sassy
there.
is here. My hand is on her.
But just before the cameras rolled, we were both thinking the same thing. It's
Yep.
two
Two
cats
cats
in
in
one. And of course, that's not
He
exactly.
said it out loud, and I was thinking it literally at the same
We are
time.
like twins. Hi, Cherry Blossom.
Cherry B. Oh my gosh. Could we go for three?
What's that?
Hey, no. What's that?
Oh, another cat is nearby.
We do have 3 in this household. Holy moly.
Hi, Shadow, way over there.
Sassy is not going to be happy.
Hi, Kara.
Kara, you and Sunny are in sync today. And Shadow's here, but doesn't know if there's room for her. Come here.
Shadow's on the chair far
Yes.
over. She looks like she wants to jump up.
Yeah, but now she's looking down like she's going to.
Thanks, Cherry. Not too bad. Well, so we have a birthday reading today for our viewer, Namira.
So we are going to get going, but I'm quickly adding to this list.
And of course, we're doing more birthday readings for the next several shows.
Yeah, so be ready for that. Hi, hi, Nicole. I see you're here too. I guess
Hi,
I'll
Nicole.
add you in right now. Boy, this is getting crazy.
Do you want me to do that?
No.
Okay.
Well, it would have been nice if you had asked. So maybe now, from here forward,
Oh, I didn't ask?
if you had asked just a little earlier, okay? All right. So please do, while I shuffle, our card for the collective first before we get to Namira's reading. And that will be from
The Seasons of the Witch. Mabon Oracle. How cool is that?
Did I miscount? What?
And Namira may or may not be here. We always do birthday readings on either the Sunday or Thursday show.
Yeah.
Whether or not the person is present, we basically get an agreement one way or the other. We're going to do it due to scheduling.
And we always
And they know where it is so they can come to see it.
I could have said that. Don't.
But I was still talking.
No, you were done.
Yes,
I
no, I wasn't.
intercepted.
No, I wasn't.
It's going to be a show.
It's going to be a show, all right.
All right. I need to focus on the card for the collective and not Mr. O. All right. All right. Okay. Well, yay, this is a nice card with fall around the corner here. Fall Eck. Harvest Witch. What sacrifices have you made for the greater vision of what is to be? The keywords are rewards for effort, maturity, satisfaction. What sacrifices have you made for the greater good, greater vision of what is to be? Your higher self chose this card because there's no guarantee a crop will yield results or that the results will be worth the effort. Sometimes things don't work out despite your blood, sweat, and tears. And there comes a time when you have to be honest about how much longer you can invest in a dying crop. You may need to consider whether or not you have actually given all you have to give. Perhaps you've taken shortcuts here and there, used cheap material to save money, or given a half hearted effort. This card represents the moment when you weigh your efforts versus your rewards. Harvest Witch is here to evaluate your progress. She asks you whether you're doing enough to bring your goals to life, or are you playing it safe and small and approaching your dreams with a naive perspective. She reminds you that you get out what you're willing to put in. If you've been cutting corners or procrastinating, Harvest Witch advises you to take a more grounded and practical approach. How can you be better prepared to handle your circumstances? Are you truly invested in seeing your goals come to life? Or is this something that would be nice to have, but nothing that you're passionate about? If you've been putting in a great deal of effort with very little results, perhaps it's time to shift your tactics and try something different. You may need to find a fresh way to go about achieving your goals. Or maybe it's time to cut your losses altogether and find a new dream to explore. When a crop, wow, that was a nice hiss. When a crop is diseased or tainted, it may be in your long term interest to destroy what's dying so that the rest can have a fighting chance. There will even be a moment when the entire crop needs to be destroyed and you'll have to start again. Be honest with yourself, listen to your heart, and move forward with the choice that will support your best interests in the future. And doesn't that remind you of a tarot card, Mr. O?
Perhaps.
Like the Seven of Pentacles?
Uh,
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of other kind of similar imagery where the idea is about, taking one for the team, so to speak, by putting, forth the idea, it's good for the season's growth to make this sacrifice or calling at this time. And
I like
it's
that.
crazy over there.
I like that. But it's also about what you're hoping to
Reap.
reap. And if you're not willing to put in the effort, or you've been procrastinating, or maybe your heart's really not in it in the first place, well, it's like the booklet said, why put all that effort into a dying crop? Let it die. Accept it. Let it die. There's no shame in that. You've decided it's not for
True.
you, right? So let it go and move on to something that really you're more passionate about.
Right.
That's the card we have for you. Good luck with that. I want to make an announcement before we start the show, if I may, and that is that for people who may want an oracle reading tonight, or today, and they're interested in two things. Number one, finding out what portal you are entering in the fall season, what might be up for you, what might be starting up for you this fall. Or if you want a message about some ancestral healing, I could do that with this deck, the Ancestral Healing Oracle, draw a card from that, or the Oracle of Portals. I also have the Liminal Forest and the Crow Oracle if people just want a regular Oracle card. All right. But other than that, we're going with the tarot readings, and we are going with Mr. O's deck for Namira's birthday reading.
Right. I'm going to use the New Era Elements Tarot for that.
And happy birthday, Namira.
Wherever you are.
I hope it turned out wonderful for you if it has just passed, or it will be wonderful for you if it's coming up. I kind of forget, but I think it just passed. Yeah, Sassy gave out a hiss in her disgust that Sunny's back here. She wanted to hog the show. She will not let the other cats come up. And poor Shadow. Shadow just knows when three is a crowd. Yeah.
You simply know better.
Yes.
Yes, we can add you.
Christine, get you on the list. With the portal stack, absolutely, I'll do that for you.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Mysterious Queen.
Hello.
We'll get you on the list. We are doing well. This seems to be a busy birthday season. We're going to be doing a number of birthday readings on our show. So just that's the way we'll be starting off with the readings with Namira's birthday reading today.
You're welcome. And yes, we are doing well. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So the first card.
Oh, I thought I was going to shuffle too. We usually both.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and shuffle then. By all means. Why would I deprive you of that?
I don't know.
Did we already give you a date for that, or Mysterious Queen? I don't
no.
remember.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. No, we have after Namira's Shirley and Sapphire Flowers birthday reading.
All right, so you want to let us know so we can, because we don't do them just, randomly. We like to have an idea when we're doing it.
Let me tell you one thing right now. We have birthday readings for September 21st, the 25th, and the 28th. So yours would have to, at the earliest, be in the beginning of October. But if you are a little later in the month, we wouldn't mind putting you off.
Yeah, just, tell us when it is and we'll work it out with you. Alrighty, so, Namira,
Yep. All right. And there you go.
card one.
I don't think we do the Lenormand for
No, we
these.
don't usually.
Yeah.
The gift you received last year that you can use to make the most of for this next year. Yeah, just let us know then. That's fine. October's fine. All right, and so it is the I just want to be sure. I think it's the Seven of Pentacles.
Oh,
I have it right here, so
okay.
just hush hush.
Good deal. Oh, that's right. That's that deck with symbols on it.
And I'm sorry. Doesn't help when you can't turn.
Well, birthday readers take longer
Keep talking.
in and of itself. I don't know what to talk about.
All right, so it is in fact the Seven of Earth or Seven of Pentacles, and it's reversed.
So it's interesting because, in a way, that was kind of the message of our card for the collective, but it's reversed. But there's a similar theme here, I think, for you, Namira. I think the gift from the past year is that you have learned when to let go of things that just, you're wasting your time on. You realize they're not going to come to fruition or give you any benefit working any further on it, and where to really put your energy now, where to really put your energy in this year ahead.
I like that. It's kind of like the idea that you realized last year what wasn't working or what no longer interested you, that you just sort of had dropped away from it. And so now you know what it is you would rather do, or you've at least realized that there is something more for you to do. So, card two, the gift of the present moment, and it's temperance.
Nice. The gift of the present moment is that everything right now, or you're entering a period. Think after your solar, your birthday, you're entering a period now where things are going to be more balanced and stable, where you have a sense of feeling grounded and and like almost like you're ready for whatever may come your way. You have a very grounded sense. You feel calm and at peace, and that is the best space to be in to tackle whatever good or bad things life has to throw at us.
To me, there's always two ideas behind temperance. One is, of course, the idea of being able to be moderate or regulatory in your life, to realize what are the things that you don't need too much of or too little of, and to try to work towards that sense of balance. But there's also the idea, I think, a little bit of some amount of transmutation, of really being able to redistribute those energies as need be. I know some other cards maybe have that more, but I like the idea of that here too. So, card three is the gift from your connections with others in this next year. And it's the High Priestess upright.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. I kind of like that.
Well, the gift from your connections with others is that I think, you could learn a lot from others in this year ahead. You can, there's also a very spiritual component to this card. I mean, sharing in spiritual or religious celebrations or traditions in this year ahead will really make you feel good. You will gain, more spiritual awareness or connection from maybe celebrating, your spirituality with others. Hey, Mr. Rivera.
Well, I like this too because I think this means that whether you've already known these people or whether you meet them in this year, acquaintances
Go ahead.
of yours are going to impart or have ways of helping you access some inner wisdom of your own or their own, or of showing you, the way you do it for yourself too. And I think it's also about the sense too that maybe their sense of intuition works for you too, that maybe they're helping you realize some things you need to realize before they happen.
I just want to interject for Angel, who came in late because he often wants an oracle reading, that I am offering cards from the Oracle of Portals today if you want to know what's happening during the fall season for you, what portal you're entering, or if you want to know, you want some ancestral healing. I have an ancestral deck, and if you want a message from the ancestors or what needs to be healed ancestrally, I have that as well. And I also have regular oracle decks. So whatever you prefer, if you want an oracle deck. Okay, card 4 is what?
It's
The gift that will help Namira work on, achieve, or move forward with their goals or dreams.
hold on. My page.
Hi, Shirley. We'll get you on the list.
Yes.
And Angel, who I think came in right before you. All right.
It's the Two of Wands reversed. In this one, it's called the Two of Fire, and it's domination, but it's reversed. So it's the Two of Wands reversed,
Okay.
domination reversed.
Well, that can help you achieve your goals. Well, here's my advice there. As far as your own goals and things go, I think that I think that you really have to map things out better. And that if things have not been working for you in the past year, like for example, the first card seems to indicate letting go some things that just aren't worth your time and effort anymore. The things that are worth your time and effort, you really need to take more time to plan, to map them out. I'm sorry, that's the card. To plan to map them out more carefully, and because you don't want to have to, you know, go back to the drawing board once you immerse yourself in something. It's better to have a good plan in place before you start.
So a lot of aspects of your reading the mirror have some qualities that maybe make us think that it's about spiritual topics or subjects important to you too. Maybe not this one so much, but I do feel like this is saying from a success point of view, those things that maybe have slipped away from you in terms of you didn't really feel the need to move in that direction, you're going to realize that that is really what you do. And you may do some sort of sense of a course reversal. And it's important to realize that some of this is really also about how you think about the overall idea of planning. That planning is important for you, whether it is, spiritual planning or otherwise, that, focusing on schedules or how things unfold is key. All right.
What?
There's a lot of silence coming from the
What
other
would
side
that be
here.
happening?
What?
There's a message held for review, and I think it's Shirley's. Okay, now I can do it.
Well, it's usually mine is it's released. It's just the way YouTube does some things.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
Well, will it release on its own? Because I can't release it.
I don't have that message. I would say you should just try to release it. Oh, you can't?
It says go to channel, pin message, report, put in timeout.
What's the one
hide
after
user.
that?
Report?
No, at the bottom of the list right after that. What's
Here?
that one there? Yeah.
That's the message itself that's in review. Here, take a look. It's not highlighted, and
Oh, look, there's a button. Show.
it is.
It was right
I
there.
didn't
I
see
saw.
it. No, it was down below. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sorry. But that was, I don't even know why that would have been held in review. That's ridiculous to me. Anyway,
Maybe because of the graphics, YouTube doesn't like the little pictures there. I have no idea.
there were no graphics inside.
Don't let the elevator
It
bring you
says
down
she
here.
said she only pays once a month.
Okay.
That was the message in review. I just want you to know that because that's ridiculous. Okay, so that's my idea for that one, Namira. Sorry for all that drama, but it's just like put a plan in place and make sure you're happy with it. Because having to restart something is never any fun. So if you really want to work on your goals seriously in this year ahead, make a good plan. All right. Card 5, the gift from your spirit guides or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in the next year?
It's the upright King of Pentacles. Well, it's kind of like a continuation of the manage thing.
Well, I don't know here too, but I'm wondering since it is a person card, we rarely get people cards in that spot, in my
Or
opinion.
spirit guide ancestor.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if there isn't some male ancestor of yours who is an ally, a guide, who has your back, who's willing to also, who wants to see you work diligently towards your goals. That's the card, right? Yeah. Who wants you to, oh, there, here he is. Who wants you to work diligently towards your goals, wants you to really focus, plan things out, and strategize. I think you're right. I think it's a perfect card to go along with that other one there.
It's pretty good. I think that this Father of Earth or King of Pentacles, it's like he is in other decks too. There's an emphasis really on what your best practices or skills should be, or however. And so in this sense, it's coming really from your ancestors or spirit guides in the mirror. They're trying to maybe give you signals or impart information to you or influence you, to be more cognizant of everything you have to manage.
And finally,
Everything.
finally, the gift this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons do you learn or what progress or growth have you achieved by year's end?
And it's a downbeat. It's the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Why did
That's
that?
okay. These are lessons that you learn.
All right.
And I think here what it means is you've learned not to leave everything in the hands of fate. You have learned that fate can be fickle. Sometimes luck is with you, sometimes luck is against you. So the best strategy for you, which you should have learned by year's end, is that planning pays off. Planning. And also, in those plans that you create for yourself, Namira, make sure you have contingency plans. Like, okay, as you plan for, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. Well, what if this goes wrong? Well, what if this happens? Am I ready for that? You can kind of think about some things in advance that could go wrong and make contingency plans for yourself.
A lot of that is expressed in your reading because I think it's a blend of some external factors as well as what's internal to you, how you want to regulate yourself or how you feel you can moderate things for your best effect. That Wheel of Fortune, I think, reversed. It's more like what Banshee said. I think this is saying really you have to be careful about what chances you will take and what chances you won't take.
So, Namira, this year in a nutshell to me is all about you have learned to not waste your energy on things that aren't important to you anymore and work solidly on the things that are. And in order to really achieve success in this year ahead, you really have to focus on planning and doing the work, not leaving it up to fate to bring you what you desire, because fate can be up and down. It's all about that. And also know that there is an ancestor out there that probably has your back and is going to help guide you in this year ahead.
So happy birthday once again.
Happy birthday to you, and many more to come. Good luck with that.
Right.
All right, everybody. You know, part of my problems here, just to say what happened, is that my chat does not always move up for me to see what's below it. And I forget that.
And that
so,
message, whatever it was, never came through for me either.
yeah. And so I had right, because I guess I'm like a moderator here. And so the three dots were showing, but it wasn't giving me an option to reveal the message. But you got to see that bottom part and I didn't. So it's just frustrating.
I'll never understand.
So I apologize for all of that drama. But I also wanted Mr. O to see what a ridiculous message they said was inappropriate. It's like, really? Anyway, that's crazy.
Indeed.
And that's YouTube for you. You're right, Angel. Well, let's get rolling. We got some catch up to do, but we're going to try to give everybody their just desserts.
What's next?
All right. So we are on, I think I updated my list already, but did I post it? No. We're on Marita. We are. Oh.
They're coming for me in career development. Any new job opportunities or starting to study or a new job? Thank you.
There we are. All right. Okay. That will be, I want to use some of the decks that I might be taking out of the mix for this next week. And the Golden Girls may be one of them. I think they have one more week with me, though. To use them in September. And you have your Lenormand. I see. Wow, is this card just going to be like a theme now? I know. Seven of Pentacles, upright. Four of Pentacles, upright.
Oh, Blanche.
And the Ace of Cups reversed.
And wherever there's Blanche, there's a man in Lenormand and the sun.
Oh. Well, whatever it is you truly want coming towards you, you're going to have to really keep working at it. I think that's, well, you might want to pause. You might, let me take that back. The Seven of Pentacles is up right here. You might want to take a look at what it is you truly want and to achieve or accomplish, or what you want to come your way, business, career-wise, educationally, and see if you're really putting in the effort you need to manifest what you desire, or what more might be needed by you in order to bring it to fruition. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm looking at your question and I'm not sure that I see exactly how to guide you here. It does feel like there are things that maybe you should be thinking about that maybe you did think about before, but maybe you've tamped down that interest or curiosity. It could be a question of saying that, you feel like there's only so much resource you can extend towards that. So you may be actually, limiting your perspectives or views there. I'm not sure if that's fair to say that. I'm looking again at your question. It's just mostly sort of involving, to some degree, thinking out of the box for yourself. I think is definitely there, but I get the feeling that a lot
You're
of
going
this
ahead or?
doesn't appeal. I know I'm going through them.
Oh, I didn't know you were going through them.
Okay, let me stop then.
Well, that's okay. You can, but I didn't know. I thought that was all Seven of Pentacles, but okay.
No, I kind of mixed into
Yeah.
the Four of Pentacles because I said about, the values thing.
Well, the Four of Pentacles to me is an interesting card here because what I feel it means is not to give up on what you feel is the most valuable to you at this time. In other words, you shouldn't sell yourself short in whatever it is you're trying to achieve here. Don't settle. Don't settle for things that are not of value to you at this time. If you value going forward with education, if you feel that's of value to you and can take you to better places, then do it. Hold on to that thought and run with it. But if you don't, forget about it. And that goes to same with anything. Don't sell yourself short going for jobs or positions that you feel are beneath you, and that will, not give you what you feel you deserve here. And when I look at the Ace of Cups reversed, I feel too that because otherwise, if you do that, if you sell yourself short, it will lead to disappointment. It will lead to disappointment, and it won't work out for you. You may end up having to leave from that job or that educational path, or you might have to, or somebody might make that decision for you because they realize you're not motivated enough.
I'm going to go back because I sort of need to reframe my thoughts, but I feel that with that Seven of Pentacles, I get the feeling like maybe this is saying something you may have already tried, but you sort of have left it alone for now is really where that value might be. And maybe that sense of not moving forward with it was a way of holding on to it. And so in terms of a choice, maybe that's your actual contingency plan. Maybe you have to consider that a contingency plan you may have is where you need to go. And that could mean, taking something, you know, less than really career or inspiring career to get there. And so there is that feeling of disappointment with the Ace of Cups reversed. It almost feels like this is a time where you may have to just make the choices you have to make, and that your opportunities are not really presenting themselves right now. These opportunities don't seem to be clicking, in my opinion.
And finally, I do think that something good may come to you through somebody else's efforts, whether, this is educational and it involves, somebody at a school helping you either finance the education or giving you advice, proper advice on, steering you on a good course. Or if it's coming from somebody offering you a job or position, it may work to your advantage, but you really need to make sure this is worth your while. I just feel something with that Four of Pentacles here I can't shake. And maybe it's because it's combined with that Ace of Cups reversed. Sometimes we do jobs, we need the money, but I suppose it's okay for you to do that if you really are just using it as a stepping stone to something else. But I really feel here that you should hold out for something of value to you that you can feel good about rather than, something that will turn into a big disappointment or drudgery for you.
There's almost a part of me that feels that career opportunities or ideas are just not really very present at this time, but they may come in the future. I feel like that's where the sun comes in, that maybe something changes. I don't know when that is, though. I just think it's after the current frame of ideas. And like we always say, tarot's a snapshot in time. So we may want to wait until we're fully more into the fall season. We just started fall, but I would say like wait a couple more weeks and we could try something like this again.
Yeah. So,
And this was not an easy reading for me. It
no,
just
it's not an easy reading. I kind of think things are still in kind of flux for you, Maria, and it's up to you to keep putting out the effort if that's what you need to do in some area. It's not very clear whether you should focus on education or, job at this time. But if you feel education is more important for you to move forward, then maybe that is what you need to put your focus on. But you really need to put in the effort then to make things happen. So good luck with that. All right.
all
I
right.
agree with you, Mr. O. That was not an easy read. So
And we're on Jackie then.
we are on Jackie. And I see what you asked there, Jackie. I don't think my ancestor deck is appropriate, but I will use for you a regular tarot deck, or Mr. O will. I'm
It's
sorry,
my
it's
turn,
his
right?
turn. And we'll see if we get any past life vibes here.
All right, I am going to use the Lost Soul Tarot.
We'll see if a ship or anchor or something comes up in the Lenormand too. That might be interesting.
And if you're watching Angel, the Lost Soul Tarot is like that neon tarot. It's by Craftarian. I think you were asking about that before too, or maybe it was the horror tarot. That's what it was. They're AI. Um,
He's getting into the AI decks. He wants more.
a little bit.
I have one or two decks that I was wondering were AI. They did not say they were, but I do wonder about them now. All right, let's see what we have here for Jackie. Hmm. Oh gosh. Are you kidding me?
Why would I kid you? It's
What?
once again the Seven of Pentacles,
All right, and at this
and it's
point,
upright.
I'm also going to give you a spoiler alert. We're on our seventh in a row reversal coming out tomorrow, but it is not the Seven of Pentacles. The good news is, sometime in the week, things start to right themselves with our cards of the day. And the Seven of Pentacles is one of our cards of the day. And I mean, I'm just flipping out at how much this is coming out here. What is up with this?
All
Go
right,
on.
card two is the Hanged Man, upright.
Mhm.
Card three, the reversed Five of Pentacles.
So, how would we be able to tell if that was a past life through those cards?
Well, the Seven of Pentacles could speak to an idea of a karma or something relating where things are not flowing. Like maybe that's the stay there is that there's a karmic influence saying lessons in this life weren't achieved or something like that.
So, you're saying it was a definite past life? Because the
Maybe.
question, all right, she's not sure if it was a past life or not. So,
Okay, so
it might be a more current past life.
the next card is the Hanged Man.
Okay.
And
There's something to be taken from this dream. That's what I think the
yeah, I
Hanged Man is
guess,
about.
okay, I can definitely go there.
You need to give it more thought. Maybe it's a past life, maybe not.
Um, I can go with that too. I mean, the hangman itself does sort of indicate there's some serious, weighty mental, spiritual, emotional issues going on here. If it was a past life, this could be saying this was a past life we're now in review, wondering were these sacrifices worth it? Did this elevate the karma or did it not elevate the karma? As if I
Think of
could
a
talk about
ship which
karma.
was not old. More like the Royal Navy type. Well, let's look at this like it could have been a ship of some
Oh, you
commerce.
walked the plank?
Well, stay tuned, Mr. O, because there's something very interesting here. You walk the plank. No, you know, I'm looking at the pentacles and I'm thinking that this might have been a ship of commerce, maybe not so much military, but a bigger ship of commerce. And it could be in recent times, right? With shipping
Oh,
is a
you're
big.
right, because you're saying aircraft carrier.
Oh, I
Go
don't see it
down.
in this one that I'm reading here, but okay.
It's all the way down. It's the most recent one.
Do do do. Yeah, Royal Navy aircraft carrier. It looked like, okay. Well, I don't know. But I see money involved here. There's something financial involved. And the hanged man could indicate that maybe something happened. Maybe it got stalled or something. I mean, if I had to look at this as a past life, and I'll tell you what, I think we're going to have to do a yes no on this one quick, and we don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to try to be brief with this and just say that what's that one? The Five of Pentacles reversed,
Yeah.
Seven of Pentacles upright. That this was a ship of commerce that may have suffered some setbacks. There may have definitely been something wrong here. Like either they got stalled at sea or maybe something even more disruptive because
Go on.
but
Okay, fish.
and that's another reason for the fish are mentioning commerce, but
And the cross.
maybe you swam with the fishes.
Well, I almost get the feeling too, like maybe there was a demotion, you're put outside of the circle, and it had something to do with, them not understanding your motives. Maybe something had to change and you stuck your neck out in a way.
I mean, the cross is about grief, loss, a death, etc. Maybe it's possible too, and I'm just throwing that out there, Jackie. You were seeing this, but it could possibly mean as you explore the stream further that maybe there was a partner or a family member or somebody important to you on this ship that sank, and you were grieving the loss at sea. And because that Five of Pentacles talks about healing, right? From something, from some loss or some hardship. And the fish, well, I mean, if I took it literally, I could say, but maybe it also ties into this commerce aspect here, which is really interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, it could all fit, but I just don't know. I'm not getting a total
Should we
bead.
do a yes or no real quick and move
Let's
on?
do a quick
Yeah.
yes no and just see if this was a past life or if the message from this dream is what's really important to you here. And in that case, I would say maybe you need to come back and ask us again what the message of that dream might be, or maybe we can see it in the card we draw for this yes no. I'm not guaranteeing that though. So it does sound like there is something you should be paying attention to there. You shuffle last and cut for me? Okay. So leaving the card in my hands. Uh-oh.
It's her fault.
It's always my fault. Yeah, I know you've mentioned other ship kind of things. And if I'm not mistaken, we might have even talked about a death at sea before, I think, too. So I don't know. Maybe they are kind of connecting up here. Alrighty. We have the Page of Pentacles upright. It's another pentacle.
Pentacles means it will come with a price.
As a
So it's
cost.
yes, but there was some weight to that or some gravity expressed there.
Yes, and this dream has a message for you. I mean, in a way, there's some. I don't know how what can come from a dream where there was a loss of or a past life where you suffered a loss of some sort, but maybe karma's trying to write itself in this life in some way. Is maybe the message is going to be a good one for you, a positive, a growthful message that you can move past whatever, hardships you faced from this life now, that this maybe has no further influence on you. Why it's trying to resurface, though, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just trying to say you can now move past this.
These kind of pages, this one, the Page of Pentacles, they're astute about, philosophical, esoteric, metaphysical, spiritual issues. So maybe this is saying this does lie more in the realm of what that is karmically or spiritually to you, and that this message will eventually come through why you're having that dream,
Oh,
what it
okay.
actually
That's
means.
one way to look at it. Whatever the case may be, I think it involves some message to you. Maybe it's trying to help you um, get to the bottom of where, what this past life was all about. What this past life was all about.
Why you're having these
Why you're
dreams.
having it. But I think the good news is that really now is more a time of growth and letting the loss go. This life is more about growth than loss. And so maybe you just need to come to terms with that this life was about a loss and to let it go. I don't know. Good luck with that, though. Interesting. But I think
All right, Jackie, good luck.
I wasn't really sure it was a past life, but
Maybe.
considering it seems like it's lining up with other past life things you've asked about, I think it's possible. So good luck with that.
I
Crystal.
certainly think there's a lot more to find out there too, so
Yeah.
hopefully we can.
All right.
All right, and Crystal asked, will everything between Nixon and I just end amicably, and is he not hurt or affected by all this, or just as me, or has he moved?
It's too involved. All right. I gotta look back. Here,
Or set
Here it
your
is.
deck.
Will everything between Nixon and I just end amicably? And is he not hurt or affected? Well, some of that will come out, or has he moved on? Really, it did sound like in some of our readings that was the case, but let's see what we've got. Sometimes when we ask over the same issues, the results will vary, and it's hard to get a beat on what's really going to happen. But let's take a look here. Oh, I said I was going to use my deck, so I was going to move on from, but I guess I used one I'm keeping. That's okay. I want this deck for this. All right. Because this is Crow. The Crow Tarot to me just reminds me crows are messengers. So since you want to know if everything's going to work out, if you ever hear from them again, or if they've just moved on, or if you can end things amicably. The Three of Cups is upright. Hmm. The Two of Swords is upright. And the Queen of Cups is upright. All right.
It's the moon and the mountain.
Okay. Well, I've got a couple of different thoughts on this reading as well. I think that, a lot of it I'm not sure if I have to gear this towards Nixon or just to the whole situation here. Number one, I really think I need to gear it to the whole situation and just say, the decision. I mean, I think I will speak for Nixon here in one way and just say that Nixon has to decide whether or not they want to do this. They want to end it amicably or not. I feel here, can they be friends and leave on a friendly level with you because they don't want you to feel bad. They still maybe care about you as an individual. And so, if they care about you enough as an individual, there may be a possibility to end this amicably, just in a friendly manner. But if not, because I think this is stasis here. This is like there's no, they haven't decided. And I think with you too, maybe you just have to also decide what you're going to do about this situation. And I think in your case here, this might be to just allow yourself to just focus on other friends and people in your life right now, and just let them go with love. Keep a or whatever. If you feel still resentful about the way they left you, but let it go and open your heart to other things now. The Queen of Cups says, don't allow this to stifle you from enjoying the things that are going on in your other circle of friends or family in your life right now. Don't be, being hung up by this. That's the two things I want to bring up.
Well, I think this is more about their feelings.
Well, their feelings, right? That's why I said they have to come to terms with whether they can let things go and accept, you
So I
back
could
as a
agree with
friend.
that. I mean, I almost get the feeling like that although they may feel they're at a crossroads of their own, they don't, I don't believe they have incredible malice towards you. I sort of feel like they could see themselves as still being your friend, but it's not for sure.
I thought of the other thing I have to say here about Nixon, though. And so you were asking also, or if have they moved on? It's possible that there is someone else who is influencing the way they are acting in the situation with you. And it could be another person in their life. It could be that they have moved on. I can't rule it out. I can't rule it out.
I don't especially feel that, but I guess it could be one of those
Yeah.
possibilities. So I sort of feel like they may not be totally gone, but they may not have a very huge effect, or it would just be, sort of normal. It wouldn't be divisive, cordial, but not necessarily effusive.
Well, I don't know. We have the mountains and the moon here,
That's true. That could be different there.
which tends to indicate to me that there are challenges for this to have the happy ending. There are definite challenges here and struggles to get there. And I think a lot of it is if you're not hearing from Nixon and you have no way to resolve this from your end, then there's struggle and challenges in getting the happy ending that you hope for. It seems to me they're at a stalemate with us, and it's like they feel like, I'm not saying that they feel done with it. They feel like they don't want to do anything about this right now, or that they're still thinking about it forever. I'm not saying they've shut the door, but they're not willing to close or open the door either, which puts you in a very bad situation. But the good news is it puts you in charge, right? You can decide to just say, enough of this. I'm done, and I'm not going to think about this
In
anymore.
some ways, it just may be too soon for this to resolve, because I believe some of this went down at the time of the last card reading or just before that. So we may want to look at it again in another week or so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to me. The cards aren't totally negative, but they're not really saying anything about any hope. I just said, like I said, the only hope is if they are willing and care enough about you at this point to leave on friendly terms. If they don't, then, and like I said, there are challenges here, it may not happen. So I wish you luck with that. That's the best I can tell you. So that's what I'm saying. I'm always, I'm taking a little hard line here, but I'm saying it's maybe up to you now to take charge. And if they've given you no recourse to try to resolve this with them, and they're not resolving it with you, then it's time for you to decide what you want to do about that and move on. I wish you luck. Luck, luck, luck. Oy. But yeah, we will be happy to look at this again in another week or two. I'd give it a little bit more time before we
If it's still important
consult
to
the
you.
cards. If it's still relevant, right.
And Rowan asks, what's coming towards me?
All right. Okay, your deck. Okay, which deck did I really want to use? This one. For next time. Hey, everyone. Good to see you.
Hi. Is that your reading?
What's coming towards?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do it that way.
All right.
Right. And our first card is the Ace of Wands reversed.
Ace of Wands reversed. Okay. So what's coming towards you? Well, it's a period that might be a little bit frustrating. Maybe it's work career related or in some area of your life where you wanted something to move quickly. There's delays, there may be disappointments, there may be setbacks to your plans or goals, whatever they may be. And it's going to prove a little bit frustrating for you. This just may be temporary, or it may be something where you may decide you have to let it go because you needed something now and it's not going to happen for you. For example, this is just an example. If somebody was buying a house, wanting to buy a house, and their loan got unapproved, maybe you want to try another source, but somebody else has beat you to that house and gave them an offer and the house is no longer available, so you may have to give up on that plan and look for something else. That's what I'm talking about here, that kind of example. There's something that could happen like that.
Yes, certain kind of plans or opportunities you're working on seem to be having delays or problems. It could be a new project you've actually started is either faltering or has a suitable delay attached to it. Some of these things could be involving job searches or career searches or moves. They could also be about how you network with people for finding opportunities, whether they're career related or other related. Um, and in general, it could just be about growthful kind of things too. So, for example, if you were starting a real, somewhat for you, ambitious garden project, this could be saying there's some problems with the delay. I know who starts gardens in the fall, but it has that kind of sense of whatever could be something where you're trying to have levels of growth and they're not on schedule.
And if you were in a relationship or well, I should say looking for a relationship, it could be that some date gets canceled, things get and
Networking.
don't turn out the way you had hoped in a relationship that you were hoping to get off the ground. So why is all of this important?
And it's the Hanged Man, and he's upright.
Well, because maybe this is just a time for you to pull back and look at the bigger picture of things in your life and where you want to be, what goals you need to pursue, whether they're personal, relationship oriented, or business oriented. This is a time to really take stock and look at the bigger picture of where you want to see your life heading.
So if there are things that are making delays or reroutes or whatever in your business as usual, and you feel like there's just something that's working against it, it is some sort of sign to, as Banshee says, look at the bigger picture. This may be a time where you have to do a certain kind of streamlining. Maybe you have to divest certain things. And these could just be abstract things like your own thoughts or your own habits or situations like that. It could be other things too that just in general hold you back or weigh you down in certain ways and maybe prevent the better movement you're looking for.
So, this is a time to be very objective and be very truthful with yourself and what you're working towards. And if they are truly aligned with, yours, with your purpose, with what you want out of life, with what you feel, you're here for.
So ultimately, where will this lead to, Erwin? And it is the Nine of Pentacles.
I was afraid seeing Pentacles was going to
I
be
know.
seven again.
It's basically saying that these experiences or things happening will make you feel like you really have to be more prepared. It may give you the ideas or the tools of some sort for how you can do that. Maybe you'll be making use of allies or resources that could be yours to tap.
That's the 9 or the 8.
I'm sorry. It's the Nine of Pentacles, so I actually screwed that up.
Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Think?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
that's all right. So,
I was wrong.
yeah, that's okay. I do that myself a lot and I should stop. But anyway, I misread the cards. So, you know what? The Nine of Pentacles upright is about if you do all of this, you'll put yourself in a much better place, in a much better position. Maybe something in your life right now just doesn't feel quite right, and you need to really do some reflection or some deep thinking about how to get yourself where you really want to be. And I think that that's where all of this is leading. So, this sounds pretty lofty, all of this stuff we just said for what's coming towards you. What I think you should consider is that right now, instead of a lot of moving forward in action, this is a time to reflect. Reflect on maybe why things maybe haven't happened or developed the way you hoped they were, and how you can maybe, what you should maybe put your time and energy into that are truly aligned with where you need to be. And you'll be in a much better position when all is said and done.
I think that's where you're going to, and it's about following those steps or capitalizing from those ideas. Hi, Jamie's. And I think Banshee's really right about that. Giving yourself time to really look at the situation and weigh those gravities will make you realize where it is you want to focus your energies and where you want to try to bring yourself to that Nine of Pentacles.
All right, so let's take a look at the Lenormand and see what they have. I have not looked at them yet.
It's the mice and the garden.
I think what this is telling me is that maybe you have to be careful here how you communicate with others during this time. Because if you are feeling not secure in where you're at, people will pick that up from you. I also get the feeling here, this is just something I'm picking up. The mice is here to tell you that this is just a temporary situation here. You might be feeling these are temporary things or minor little things that might be getting in the way of your success. I think that's the way I want to see it here. Getting in the way of you getting in your comfort zone. And, when all is said and done, when you look at things from a deeper level, sometimes we can catch the little small things that are holding us back from success that we might miss otherwise. So it's always good to step back and take a deeper look at things that might be just very, very minor. And maybe it has to do with other people in your life or how you are relating to others, whether it's business, professional, or in an interpersonal way. I can't rule that out.
Well, you gave me an idea because
Okay.
you often talk about it too. And I think what it's saying is that time for inner reflection may also involve how you project your persona, your energy, etc., into the public. And of course, these days, a lot of that has to do with social media or internet presence of sort. And so you may find that some of these things, there's an intersectionality with how they interfere or interact with your goals towards either the growth of, finding a better career or things that we've already mentioned. And so there's minor problems you will encounter, but they won't be the picture of everything. You just have to keep in mind where your ultimate goals are and what those processes of review and, redeeming stuff away or recalibrating, realigning will do for you. So good luck.
Good luck with that. All right. We are on Libra. How is my birthday going to be? Okay. That's a good question.
Yes, it's going to be your deck.
And I've got
Oh,
one
my
here.
goodness, Mr. O is low on power. He forgot to plug in.
Uh-oh.
Gotta find that
I made
card.
sure I was charged up today.
Well, I charge pretty fast, but
Yeah.
just got to get it going, eh?
Well, Sonny was here for a while just to shove the other cats away, and he's been gone now.
He's going to go.
Could you do me a favor? Well, never
Yeah.
mind. Could you look outside and see if we actually got any more rain?
You must have been reading my thoughts again because I was thinking I needed to look outside.
We are in moderate drought now here in our part of the state. We only have a 50% chance of rain today, and it just was so light.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
didn't.
reddish, but I don't think there's any real.
Yeah. So we just got a very light sprinkle that just dusted the ground and not much more. So it's getting very worrisome. We're really low on rain in our portion of the state.
Yeah, that's very unlike Michigan, except for lately.
And today and tomorrow is our only chance of getting some rain for again another period of time. And it doesn't look good. We have a very, 50-50 or less chance of getting rain.
Thank you, Shirley.
Wow.
We'll
Thank
take
you,
it.
Shirley. Yeah, somebody else online was telling me that too. One of my followers from, I think they're in Colorado. All right. So what was the question again? Shoot. I may have to shuffle a few.
Libra, is she going to have a good
Oh, the
birthday?
birthday. I had it in mind for a while there. Then I threw myself off. Oh, wow. This is such an awesome, funny card for the Two of Pentacles.
Hi, Ari.
We'll get you in, Ari, but it's a very long list. And you might be the last reading because we had a birthday reading and we're definitely going to be in overtime with what we have.
Yeah, I think we should make Ari the last reading. We can always funge it.
And this is the way it's going to be for the next few weeks. We got a number of birthday readings coming.
All right, so the first card is the Two of Pentacles upright.
Yeah, it's a very interesting card. I'm going to get them all out, but I love talking about this version of the Two of Pentacles. It's very cool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Hanged Man back, this card deck. Reverse, though, this time. Boy, this doesn't seem very celebratory, but it's the Queen of Swords upright. It's nothing really bad here. What do you?
I have decided I'm having a great birthday.
Yeah, no matter what. So.
All right.
Ah, okay, that's good.
So here's the coffin and the snake, and she says it's
Actually good.
So we'll just say that it is good. Let's go.
Well, looking at that Two of Pentacles here, Libra, by all means, give yourself time to truly celebrate. You've got the pentacle down here at the bottom, and you've got the heart here that's being juggled, which means to me the material versus,
You're welcome.
the feeling side of you, the interpersonal, the joy side of you. And so I think here, I'm not going to say you have to pay to have a good time, but I am going to say here that you've balanced things out in your life so you make time for that joy you want to experience at your birthday. And also, you may have to put other things and concerns or problems and issues aside. So, in other words, if there's any ongoing issues with people that you might be celebrating with, you have to try to find a way to say, hey, can we put this aside for a day?
I like the idea of just saying, like, it won't be your worst birthday, but it's not going to be your best
Like
birthday.
that. It'll be
It'll
balanced.
be about
Yeah.
par for the course of what your birthdays are normally like. So hopefully that does have a sense of enjoyment for that. It just seems like there's balance and moderation. So perhaps, if you normally eat an extra piece of cake or something like that, maybe you won't this time. We're not all on the first date.
Well, the hangman reversed is saying to me, yeah, you know what? Climb off that tree of whatever you've been doing and have a good time. But definitely have the best time you can. This might be a call to get out and socialize with others because when you're the hanged man, you're hanging on that tree alone. You're hanging on that tree and separating yourself from different aspects. And this is saying, get out there and invite people or invite people out to have a good time if you don't want to have a party at home. Do something that you will enjoy with others.
It feels like you're looking at the attitude of not holding yourself to either your own standards or other people's standards. So in other words, depending on a situation, you're going to enjoy yourself the way you normally feel you should. You're not going to overthink it.
Oh, I like that. And finally, just make the decision that you are going to. I liked what he said in the beginning because it's true. You know, the queen is sometimes very somber and melancholy, and you don't want to be like that on your birthday. And I think what she's trying to say to you here is just make the decision that you are going to have a good time. And if that good time means that you have to celebrate alone, then celebrate alone. If that good time means getting together with others, then get together with others and have a good time.
Off with their heads. You have the sword for it. No, no, I'm not saying that. But I think it's saying really it is really up to you how you wish to celebrate it. And so it can be as good as you are willing to make it.
And here's what I got to say to you about the snake and the coffin. Anybody who's given you a lot of problems or there's disagreements or things that they can't let go of, betrayals, etc., hey, why not disinvite them? Why not let them come to your party? Put an end to this idea that you have to celebrate with people who just make you feel down. You don't.
Right.
You can just say, this is my party and I'm celebrating my way with who I choose to celebrate with.
Send the kids out for the night. No, I'm kidding.
So, I mean, there's a little bit of that. So, also, you too also have to set some things aside, animosities, if there are people that you want to celebrate with. And if you're not willing to do that, then I say, tell them this is your day and you want no distractions. So, good luck with that.
Right.
All right.
Happy birthday, Libra.
And we'll be doing your birthday reading soon. After Shirley's. Shirley will be next on our list. But for the list today, we are now on Cherry B.
What's coming towards me?
All right, let's do my reading again.
Alrighty. And I'm going to use my Dark Angels deck.
This is a
And because it is the fall equinox and the energy shifts toward the darker side of the year, I've decided to use, if you haven't noticed, a lot of darker energy kind of decks. So I'm saving the best one for the last.
You use dark energy deck so much anyway, it's hard to.
Oh, that's hard to tell. Well,
But I will be
I'm
bringing
using all the
some
same
as well. I'm going to be moving some in. I mean, some that are kind of still in between. Like, for example, the Shadowlands Tarot, Dancing in the Dark might stay here for another period of time. But I'm thinking of removing that one because that one will also come out during the winter season. I have ideas. Anyway, I've got plenty of, oh my goodness, dark decks to come. And Halloween and witchy decks. I want to bring out some witchy decks. All right.
Card one. And that's the two, right? It's so dim.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Looks like it though, right?
I'm honestly not sure.
Hey,
There's no thing on the bottom that indicates a 2. It almost looks like it's a 7.
yes, I know.
It's your deck. Your deck.
Okay, I'm looking at the image and I'll say it's the 7. So it's the reversed 7 of Swords.
Oh, it's reversed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to look at right side up to figure out the number.
Got it.
Was it?
Interesting.
Okay, we doing your reading again?
Yeah, so what's coming your way is a revelation. Something is going to be revealed. Now, that being said, is this something about, important to you that's being revealed to you? Or is some truth going to be, or something you don't want people to know, going to be revealed about you? So guard your secrets, is what I want to advise. Don't say anything you don't want to reveal to others. Don't give out any hints or subtleties. Keep it to yourself. Keep opinions to yourself if you don't want to hurt people's feelings at this time and something like that. So this is the energy coming towards you. Or something will be revealed to you about someone else that you may need to know.
I'm thinking the latter. I've been waiting for this breaking.
I'm waiting to see the other
But I've been
cards.
thinking that it's more likely something you're going to be revealed. And I'm looking at the black and white squares there, and I'm thinking it's something that challenges your ideas about something you thought was either clearly black and white, that there may be something more to this. It may be more gray than you think, or maybe something utterly different, perhaps. Why then is this important? Excuse me. Oh boy, more swords. 10 of Swords upright.
Well, that one he doesn't
That one
need
was
my
pretty
help with.
clear.
Why is this so okay? Well, this could, again, to me, it still doesn't tell me whether this is a revelation about you or whether this is a revelation coming from somebody else. Because why this is important is that somebody could be about to betray you in some way, betray a confidence, reveal something that you wanted them to keep secret. It could be something like that. Or okay, or again, whatever is being revealed to you could be about somebody about to betray you. This could be, and this could be anything. I mean, when I think about it, it could be, a company or a corporation who's quietly planning on laying off people, but you find out about it, and you may find out in advance that you're one of them. That's just another example of things that this could be.
Thanks for that, Mary. I think we can add you. We're probably going to close the list with you because we haven't yet.
We haven't, but we
Yeah.
really are going to go. We're going to way overtime, Mary. So definitely leave your
Well, it's
question.
not Mary's fault. We didn't
No,
close
it's
the
not
list.
your fault, and I will close the risk list right now.
So yes, Cherry. So I feel like no matter what it is, whether it represents a betrayal, it certainly represents the end of something. It represents sort of the end of you thinking or feeling the way you did about what that situation was. In my mind, the situation that you thought was either black and white and is apparently not. Um, but you're moving on from that. Basically, whatever this epiphany or this revelation is, it's something you feel you will have to move away from.
Okay. Wow. So where are things headed? It didn't move.
More swords.
More.
It's the reversed Ace of Swords. Sorry.
Reversed Ace of Swords. Wow. Well, I have
I'm
to say
sorry.
this could be a defeat of some sort for you. You're gonna feel like Okay, if it's something that's being revealed to you, you're going to feel like you can't handle this truth. This is really upsetting to you. Maybe it was a trusted friend who betrayed you in some way, or a coworker or colleague that you trusted. Maybe this is a lover who betrayed you in some way. I can't rule anything out at this point, but it just doesn't look good. You feel like you've lost something here. Um, Wow. I don't know what else to say other than that.
Right. I mean, of course, we believe that tarot's a snapshot in time, and it could be that there's a lot of dramatics in the cards, but maybe the situation is something that you sort of have a sense of, and why it may not be the end of everything kind of thing there. That Ace of Sword reverse could be saying that where you move from here really is abandoning those plans perhaps, or putting a significant delay in pushing that energy forward, whether it's a project or whether it's a human interpersonal relationship.
What's really ironic to me is the Ace of Swords was our card for the collective today, and it was reversed. And it's a very similar message in a way. If you read that card, you really may not be able to deal well with what you're hearing or what you don't want revealed. Well, interesting.
Okay, the woman, so that could be you, that could be the person here. And the stork. So in a way, it does sort of sound like that because the stork is new beginnings.
So,
So new beginnings are coming to you, or new beginnings will be coming to you.
well, I think this could herald a new beginning for you. Once you get through with the disappointment or the surprise or the loss that's coming, oftentimes the universe wants some door to close before a new door opens. And I really feel that you have to just look at the bright side of things and realize that this is just opening yourself up for something new and better to come your way, whatever this is. That this won't totally bring you down. It may feel like a defeat to you, it may feel like a major setback, but it won't bring you down. It will actually open the door for something new to come your way. You're just going to have to get through this kind of tricky situation first.
I forgot you had mentioned some family problems before, so I'm wondering if it could be that. I don't think it's like,
Wait a minute.
a horrible sense of
Who are you talking to?
cherry.
Oh, Cherry. Okay. I don't remember that, but okay.
I do.
There it is. If it could be more family problems. Yes, it could be. It could definitely be coming from family. There's no doubt. I can't exactly say where, but you see, this is where the reader comes into the reading, right? You come in and you can figure it out. Where does this apply in my life? It could be family, and it could be.
I'm almost 70 years old and I still occasionally find out secrets from my family.
Well, or the fact that they are going to betray you in some way with revealing something
I hope not.
you didn't want revealed. So, good luck with that. Oh my goodness. Wow.
We'll definitely want to know more when you do.
And the only reason I asked is Mary is there. She's posting a lot about some issues related to family as well. So,
On your
Kara is
birthday.
up. Hi, Kara.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
God, it
does
just
she
seems like
think you're
families are
ready?
so dysfunctional. What?
Does she think you're ready? I'm reading Kara's question.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Sorry. Hey, you know what?
You just need to hire us. We can do it very cheaply for you.
Oh, you're so bad.
Me?
Ignore him, Kara. You're talking to Kara, aren't you?
I'm sorry to hear that, Sherry. And
Oh,
thanks for the extra information too, Mary the Aries.
I may have to get up for a moment.
Huh? Okay. Like a bio break or something?
Yeah, sort of. Hey, could you
Flick the screen?
no, silence for a moment?
Okay. And then you got to cover your
It's
mouth
a
too.
personal matter.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
So make some announcements while I'm gone, okay?
Yeah, we need a slight bio break between us. So,
It's not that kind of.
well, it doesn't mean necessarily there's a void. It might be an intake, actually. I will mention that we are back again Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. for this same live stream. We'll be doing a birthday reading. I think that's Shirley's, maybe. That'll be right in the beginning of that one. Thank you. And of course, yes, of course. Why, thank you. You know what? Our monthly modality message is coming out Monday night. That's tomorrow. For all signs for and during the Libra season. It's going to be out Monday at 6 p.m. If you don't know what your modality sign is, it's a lot. It's similar in a way to your elemental qualities, but it's actually a bit more. So check it out tomorrow, Monday night at 6 p.m., or it'll be on during the whole Libra season before we do another one for Scorpio season. And also to Goth Tarot, we'll be moving into the final week of our shadow work for toxic relationships. I will do a much more advanced meditation at the end of this to kind of wrap things up. And we'll go over what all of that's about and some other issues as well. So check it out. Don't forget, you can watch Banshee's Material More Matters at our website. It was on this morning at 10 a.m. It's a recording, but we are live in the chat room, and we tend to have a lot of giggles and snortings of coffee or whatever it is we're drinking. So join us. It's actually a good astrological based information for all the signs of the zodiac about your personal economy in the week again ahead. Find out what's your tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance.
So all of your messages didn't go through.
Yeah, you're right. But there was a video screen playing.
Okay.
I am such a doofus. I'm sorry. I wish somebody could have told me sooner.
I didn't know.
Well,
Okay.
if you can't hear it, you weren't meant to hear it.
Kara, we are working on your reading. I was shuffling with your question in mind. I'm just going to say we're going to throw 3 cards on this one, Mr. O.
We don't deserve you guys.
Well, Kara, be careful what you ask. Is it Hella? Is that who it was?
Hella.
What you ask for?
It's an outhouse. Oh, it's not an outhouse. What is that? It's the tower. Well, I'm going to be smitten for saying that. It's the moon reverse. Tower's not reversed. And it's the Three of Pentacles, Red Barn.
Wow.
Rider. Whoa. And the tree.
Wow. At first I was leaning one way, but now I'm leaning another. But the tower is a disturbing thing here. I almost feel like Hella may feel you need to incorporate some, I don't know. I'm having problems now. But let me just say with the tower, I feel here that maybe you have to break down some resistance within you in order to be able to do this. Hella might feel you aren't quite ready yet because there's something that you need to incorporate, maybe some lessons from the past, whatever the case may be. Maybe letting something go for in order for you to receive it, making some sort of sacrifice, being willing to like I said, tear down some barriers or blockages from receiving messages that may be difficult for you to handle, perhaps.
That's the tie in there with the moon
Is that what you
reversed.
thought? Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe these messages are difficult for you to handle. And Hella says, you've got to break down any resistance to what you're about, what you're asking for, what you're going to hear.
Having said that, because I totally agree with how she worded that, that Three of Pentacles really sounds like there is a plan for you or there is a way for you to get better. And of course, it will involve work and study on your part. And so I think that's what Hella's message is. You need to find out everything you can about this. You need to read about these things. You need to watch those YouTube sites, etc., all of that stuff.
Well, I think ultimately what it's saying is that Hella wants you to be able to work with your ancestors. I don't think she's putting any blockages there per se, but she feels that the blockages might be within you. I don't think that she's going to stop you or have anything much to do with it. It's really on you and be your willingness to really not just open that door partially, but be willing to open and receive whatever's coming towards you. But that being said, you have every right to ask the universe and ask the powers that be, whether it's Hella, that really, positive messages and light comes through. But, sometimes we need to know who our allies are on the other side and who they aren't, too. So be willing to face that possibility of learning that. And some of that may be a little bit, disappointing or disturbing to you.
Yeah, I get this about the tower too, the idea that there's traumas involved in the tower, and maybe Hella feels like she can't hide them from you, but she can't necessarily lead you towards them. You will encounter them as you need to. And so it's probably better that you handle them in those stages because that will allow you to learn from them. And the Three of Pentacles is that learning process, integrating what the lessons of your traumas are, especially as they may relate to what you find out about past lives and ancestors, because maybe that's where some of this is from.
I feel that Hella feels this would be good for you to master this, but you're going to have some work to do on the self in order to do so. And maybe it has to do with just being confident about your ability to do so because look, you have the tree and you have the rider, which indicates to me an open invitation here from your ancestral line to come. To
Yes.
come get some messages. They have messages for you, but you have to be ready and willing to, and very open door to accept them.
And Jackie mentioned it too. It's all on that wavelength there that actually this is really clear. You just need to somehow be able to show Hella that, or that let Hella see that. I don't think you have to, like, show it to her. I think you just have to practice it and she will see it.
Work with the tools too that you would work with to try to contact your ancestors, whether it's ritually, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through lucid dreaming. Set up a scenario where you want to meet somebody on the other side, maybe in your mind's eye. Have a table set up in your mind's eye, a chair for somebody to come sit in and ask, who's coming to sit with me here? And keep an open mind about that. And, keep doing things like that. Even if nothing gels right away, the more you work on opening that door in whatever way, whether it's through tarot, whether it's through dream work, you do, or ritual work, the better. The better you will be preparing yourself to do that. So I wish you luck. I definitely think she approves, and that your ancestors are all in. They're all in. So good luck with that. All right, let's move on. Unless you have anything else to add.
No, I think I got my
All right.
my stuff there.
So
Very
we're
cool.
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. You're welcome.
I didn't see a question.
I'm gonna look for
I
it.
may have passed it.
Nicole. What is coming towards me this week?
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm gonna use the Haunted House Tarot.
All right. Thank you for that. I don't know why I didn't see it.
What is coming towards Nicole this week?
Well, I guess that'd be my reading. I mean, there could be other things coming towards. We're going to look for the big thing, Nicole, that's coming towards you this week. If I see anything else, I might address it. I think this one's going to go away for a little while. So I'll pull it out for next.
So we are or aren't doing your reading?
Yeah, we are.
Alrighty.
I just said if I see anything else, though, I may bring it up.
Alrighty, so our first one is the reversed Five of Wands. And this could be saying that, there's some bickering going on. There's some over competitiveness with people or with yourself and aspects of yourself. But it could just sound like maybe, people's emotions sort of not get along with either. This sounds to me more like it's about people you may already know or be involved in. It could be mild arguments or mild differences of opinion. So it could totally be on the internet, of course. That's where most of this stuff happens these days.
Well, the Five of Wands is reversed here, and I look at it a little bit differently. I kind of think that actually he's right. There may have been arguments or disagreements or things of that nature. And either now it's time for you to consider what's coming towards you is this decision about either walking away from things that have been disruptive in your life or the people that have been disruptive in your life, or if competition's been too difficult for you in some area of work or relationships, to walk away from it or find a way through it. Now's the time to really put up or shut up, so to speak. What are you going to do about the situation? I think the situation has been here, but now it's time to do something about it.
So why is this important then? And it's the reversed Three of Swords.
Because you need healing. Because you need to heal. You need time to just rebalance yourself, and feel better about yourself. And whatever you have been going through has been not making you feel good. And so it's time to just say, and maybe that's why I'm leaning towards maybe it's time for you to walk away or just decide to set some boundaries and say, I will not tolerate, this disruption, this dissension, whatever's going on here.
it kind of has the feeling that even, being mildly around you is just not good for you at this time. And so you do need to kind of cordon off a safe space for yourself to concentrate on the healing or the work you need to do on your own.
You're welcome, Kara, by the way. Very welcome.
You're
Glad you like that. And
Alrighty.
so, where are things headed? Reversed.
And it's the reverse Two of Swords.
Well, that's action. That's a
Yes.
good thing. So,
Yes.
where things are headed is maybe you're finally going to decide to put an end to whatever this is. You're going to decide to do it. You're going to make a decision one way or another, whether it's a verbal telling people this is acceptable, this is not, or it's a verbal saying, bye bye, I'm done with this.
Yes, exactly. I think the Two of Swords reversed is a clear sign that you're ready to move in some direction on this. Most likely, you're moving in a direction away from it, maybe just finding something else more constructive to do with your time or energy.
Or,
So good luck with that, Nicole.
or better people to spend your time or energy with.
Yes, exactly.
All right, let's look at the Lenormand.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Thinking like, oh, let's move on to the next one. Sorry, Nicole. All right, brooms. Broom.
Here it is.
And the woman.
Time to sweep and clean house,
Sweep and
Nicole.
Brooms,
It's
woman.
time to move on from things that aren't worth your time, energy, especially if it's draining you. You know, it's making you feel like, why do we keep going round in circles like this? I'm done. I'm sweeping this out of my life, right?
Is there a whip in this deck?
That is the whip.
Oh, okay, so that is the whip. So of
Right.
course then it's telling you that you need to do this quickly or that you will be doing it quickly.
I think you will be doing it quickly because it really does, in my mind, tie into that last card here. You're ready
Yeah,
to do
there's
it.
a swifter energy kind of moving here.
So good luck with that.
Good luck.
And we are on Christine, who wanted the portal.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm going to get that ready to go here. I love this Oracle of Portals. All right. Thank you. All right. Do what? Oh, no. Let's just do it. We are on a dime here. All righty. Wow. I guess it's your choice, Christine, because that's exactly what the card is, the portal of choice. Does it mean you're going to make one? Maybe.
It's pretty.
And oh my gosh, I went right to the page without even looking. Wow. So here it is, Christine. You stand at a crossroads. A significant choice lies before you. The power to make this decision belongs to you. If you aren't immediately aware of precisely what awaits your choosing, this card has shown up to remind you of your agency. You aren't a pawn in this situation. Events and conditions are not entirely outside of your jurisdiction and control. You have more options available to you than you may have thought. If you are aware of the crossroads at which you stand, or when you finally become clear on the choice that lies before you, it will be time to get honest and deliberate about what you want to do and why. Do some explorations, write things down, list your options. I'm going to paraphrase some of this, but I see where it's going. If you see this as an either or scenario, look for a third option, possibly even more. List all the pros and cons. Make a real authoritative choice is basically it. Take time to tune into different aspects of your personality and what they all want and think. All right, let's see what's else. In your mind's eye, well, see a neutral chair. I like this because it's kind of what I was talking about with Kara. Set a chair out and see all the aspects before you. Let them all have a say. Let them all sit down and talk to you. Then see how you can work together to help each other move forward in the best way possible. Just trying to see if there's anything else worth mentioning here. Well, definitely this part. Take the time and space you need to get clear on your thoughts, beliefs, desires, feelings, and preferences. Sit in silence and open up to the wisdom it contains. Then, when you know what you want to do, act decisively and pass through this portal with grace. Let's see what you have.
I know.
Oh, wow.
I love it because it's the mountains and the rider. And my interpretation is saying
Go for that.
you are making a choice that you know will lead you where you want to go, and you realize that there may be some little minor difficulties or things along the way, but really you are filled with the purpose of the choice.
Well, I think the writer, and I like that. I totally like that. I think the writer in the mountains might also be saying that it may be difficult for you making that move and making that decision. You're finding it kind of challenging to make the choice. Maybe there are two or more options that really appeal to you. So basically, the portal you're about to enter in the fall is that you will have some choices and decisions that you will have to make. And you're going to have to choose the portal that's right for you. And so you're entering the portal of choices. And it's like what Tess Whitehurst so nicely, richly says here. You have the authority here. You have the autonomy. Don't, others are not going to make this choice for you. You have to make this yourself and make sure it's the right one for you. But the good news is choices are coming, and it's always good to have options and choices. The difficulty comes in deciding which one of those, especially if you like all the choices that are being presented, are right for you. Wow.
Good luck, Christine.
So good luck with that, Christine. That was really interesting.
Hope you liked it.
Oops, I'm doing the wrong thing, and I should know that. Mysterious Queen is up.
All right.
I know they left a question, I'm pretty
He
sure.
did.
Oh, they're beautiful cards. I generally have been using them not for collective readings, but only at the times of the turn of the wheel, because I will do a card where do I see the collective going during the fall season? Where do I see the collective going during the, Halloween season and all of that? So it's pretty much the way I've been using the cards, but I thought, why not bring it out for my YouTube crowd? Because that makes a lot of sense to me during the fall. And so you'll see it again being offered on the show during when Halloween season comes rolling around. I may have it available on Thursday too, since it's still technically the beginning of fall. Oh, I hope you find it interesting, Christine. It really was.
Here it is. Okay. May I know what major blessings is coming towards me in the rest of the year?
That's it. I remember that.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going
Your
to use
deck.
the Midnight Boulevard. So we just throw 3 cards for that, I think, right?
Oh, geez, Jackie. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Seven of Pentacles reversed.
Seven of Pentacles reversed.
That's okay. That actually can be a blessing. Let's put them all out there.
Strength upright.
I like.
Ace of Swords upright.
I like.
We like the child of the novelty. Well, just the child. And the woman. Oh, okay.
Well, this is a nice reading for you, I feel, overall. Now, the Seven of Pentacles reverse could be a little
Well,
bit.
is a major blessing a woman with a child?
Well, that does sound like, blessed event. True that. But I think the major blessing for you, Mysterious Queen, is that you will determine what best to put your energy towards as you're winding down through the year. Some projects or goals or things that you were hoping to happen or develop, you may decide they're not bearing fruit, they're not coming through for you, so it's time to maybe let them go. Or you may decide that some things just need a little bit more work and effort on your part. I often think the Seven of Pentacles reversed here, and I'm kind of feeling it in this case, indicates to me that something that you really want, something that you've been striving for, and I gotta say, it's something that you have been putting effort into, you need to work more on. You need to work more on throughout the rest of this year in order to achieve the blessing you hope to get out of it.
It feels
I'm
like
going to
it's
take it card by card.
it feels like it's knowing your mind. It's like the Seven of Pentacles reversed is saying that blessing is coming to some sort of realization that you know what you want to do. It may have been something that you already had been doing, but seems like maybe it kind of slipped away from you a little bit. So it was important enough to somehow come back into your mind for you to know that. So I'd say the blessing is realizing there's work to be done with something else that maybe you hadn't realized or that you had sort of thought was gone.
Right. And, you need to work on whatever it is, whether it's personal goals, about relationships or other things, whether it's about business, career, this is education. This is just something you're going to have to put more work into in the months ahead in order to achieve a blessing. And find the blessing in the work. Okay? Find the blessing in the work because the journey is as important as the blessed outcome. And here, this is saying, you may think this is harder than what it is. Right here, what this card is saying to me is that it just may need minor efforts on your part to see this through. Or it might just take a little bit less out of you than you had anticipated. You don't have to push yourself so hard, but you do have to work on it. Work does not have to be a chore so long as you find a way to, not pressure yourself. Don't pressure yourself. Use these months flexibly and pace yourself. You don't need to race to a finish line here on whatever this is.
So perhaps another blessing you will realize is that
You don't have to push yourself.
your heart, your words, how you apply compassion to situations is your strength. That maybe you realize you have a way of influencing outcomes or influencing people in a good way, not like you're manipulating them, but that your words, your passion, your thoughts have a strength that helps you convince people to go along with you or that you are there to help them.
And you have the Ace of Swords right.
Yeah.
I think the real blessing here, see, I'm not sure I saw a blessing per se in that card, just that it's feeding into how you obtain what you're working on. And it's subtly and slowly and pace yourself, which will come up in the Lenormand as well. And I think here with this card, the Ace of Swords, victory is is the blessing. You will achieve a victory. You will achieve success by year's end if you follow through, if you do the work, if you take your time and don't pressure yourself. Because when you pressure yourself, you may make wrong decisions. You may make decisions that will set you back further. Take your time, think things through, do things in a proper manner. And if it's even about relationships, get to know people before you make any commitments. Victory will be yours.
So the blessing you realize also by the end of this year could be this idea of a victory of something you were hoping to achieve, but it could also just be the beginning of that, of realizing that you have that strength and force of character, that willpower that's embodied by the sword, and that you know you will be able to achieve this victory. So it's one or the other. Either by the end of the year, you know you will be able to do this and you will do it, or it has actually happened.
So the Lenormand just shows you pacing yourself, basically. You know what? It's saying here little steps, little moves forward, little at a time will get you to that finish line. And don't bother rushing because the child needs to grow and develop in time. And whatever it is you're working on needs this time in order to come to fruition. And your efforts. It's not just about time, it's about time and effort.
It's totally true. The idea that, progress happens as it should. True progress. We can try to force things to happen quicker, but maybe that's the value of that first card too, coming from the idea that this blessing was something you maybe just wasn't focusing on. Now is the time to focus on that. You still may need to take commensurate steps in that process.
Good luck.
Good
Good luck
luck.
going forward. A blessing awaits you. Just put in a little effort.
All right, Mysterious.
All right. Mr. Rivera's up. All right. I don't remember if you asked for
I
something.
think he wanted an oracle, no?
Maybe. I, nope, that's about the T storms. No, I don't see one. Or did I? No. Yeah, just one card reading. Okay. The first one was the portal, I think, and then the ancestor healing
You
one.
wanted the former. That was the portal, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. So I'll give you the portal. Might be interesting. That was really interesting for. I will paraphrase a little bit though sometimes because they're rather lengthy. Tess Whitehurst's oracles are amazing. And by the way, I'm going to be receiving in October from Llewellyn Tess Whitehurst's tarot, which is either called the Timeless Tarot or something like that. I am so, how shall I say? Really looking forward to that one. Everything she does is gold to me. And fortunately for my pocketbook, she's not that prolific with the decks. And I think, she too, like some of the other creators out there, takes a lot of time and energy with what she puts into these decks. Okay, Mr. Rivera. Wow. Well, you, Mr. Rivera, are venturing into. I'll wait till he gets back to put the card out because there's no card screen. I guess I could just show you up here. It's the unknown.
You did that so well. I think you should do it for the rest of the
And
show.
what number is that? Number 12. Wow, is number 12 the death card?
13.
13 is. Okay, that's right. Well, thank goodness for that. But number 12, the unknown. That's right, it's a hanged man. You are now approaching perhaps the most powerful and transformational of all portals known, the unknown. Amidst uncertainty, it's natural to go into fear and desperately attempt to assert some control over the unknowable future and the untamed forces that be. Even as you panic and flail, the unknown portal sits quietly, vast, open, and alive with potential, waiting for you to enter and to feel the freedom, elation, and the power that comes from surrendering to the flow of life. Once you choose to step into the wisdom of the unknown, you will call your energy back from the future and the past and live here fully in the singular moment, the luminous, ever present now. Delays, roadblocks, and setbacks will be removed. Their masks and reveal themselves to be blessings, windfalls, and boons along the along the spiraling path of your destiny. Okay, underneath any frenetic or anxious thoughts, can you sense the powerful presence of this portal, utterly silent yet filled with all the beauty, wisdom, and magic of the universe? Don't fight your thoughts or attempt to silence them. You need to know that this vast potential is also present and that you are free to step into it whenever you wish. Let go of the need to foresee or control the future, and you will enter this transformational portal. Stepping off the ledge of the known and plunging into the adventure of the unknown is not quite as frightening a prospect as it may initially seem. There's a level at which even the unknown is known. Somewhere it's as familiar as the beating of your own heart. Wow. So let go of trying to control what you can't control. Give up on predicting what you can't possibly foresee. Step into the unknown and life will open up to you like a rose. What do you got?
The lady, the writer.
Well, the lady could just be you. It could be, you. It could be a message from somebody. Like, I don't know if this unknown portal has to do with an opportunity that might present itself, a move of some sort, whether it's career wise, etc., that could come down from somebody who is a woman or could come down from somebody else. Whatever this move, this portal may involve the energy of somebody else that's bringing you this opportunity to explore. But I think here, this is you can tell, Angel, this is a very full like energy going on here. And it's telling you not to be afraid to take a risk or chance and step into unknown terrain in this fall season. To take a chance on yourself, to take a chance on the universe, to take a chance on letting fate direct you on where to go next.
You're headed towards it. That's the writer. And I like the idea of the lady being there too, because in a sense of either, divinity, spirit,
Yeah.
subconscious, there's that sort of feel there, feminine feel maybe.
So an interesting card because, some of these portals are vaguer than others. And it's interesting to me that the two portals I selected for specific people today are kind of like, well, you don't know what's coming, but accept it, or just trust fate to send you to where you need to go. That, whatever it is, you're ready and willing to jump off that ledge. And in Christine's case, some choices are coming, but it's not telling what they are. So she's just got to be ready to think about what's in her best interests.
And she wrote us something about that.
Ah, okay.
Personally, I would like to go to Kara's portal because there's a mozzarella cheese sandwich there.
Kara, doggone you.
I think that
I'm
sounds.
very hungry. I think I might have been having a little bit of a hunger spell.
Oh dear.
I apparently forgot to eat much today, so it's just a little bit wonky. That's why I had to leave, so I apologize for that. Okay, so That was an interesting read, Angel. Yeah, wow, these portal cards are deep, very deep. And so I'm so looking forward
All
to
right.
her tarot deck.
And we're here for Shirley then. Hey, Shirley.
Yeah.
All right. Get
I know it's about a job.
the part-time music teaching position.
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to be my deck, right?
Yep.
What deck shall I use? I'll use the Secrets Tarot. And maybe it won't be a secret for long either.
I gotta check in my back orders because some things may be coming. And there is a tarot deck. I'm getting the winter season tarot or whatever from the person who does the season of the witch. I think that's coming out in October. And there's a Akashic Records deck that's Oracle that I'm looking forward to. And Mr. O, we're going to go deck shopping for Mr. O.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So we're going to see if certain decks he wants at a particular store, which we have some coupons for.
All right. Well, you know, I surely hope you get this part-time job. All right, so our first card is the Two of Pentacles.
That's a
It's upright.
three-peat or a four-peat. I'm not sure.
Our next card is the Stars, and it's upright too. Nice way to start. Last card is the reversed Eight of Swords.
Wow.
Not bad, eh?
Well, we'll see.
What do you got? It's Dog.
Not sure how this relates, but anyway.
And Tower.
Well, the three cards are really clearly positive.
Yeah,
to
they are
me.
pretty good.
You know, that Two of Pentacles looks like they are definitely going to weigh, you know, whether you are right for this position. There's like a sense here of them kind of looking at the ups and downs of what you have to offer for this position. But I also feel that that could indicate to me that, I had something I wanted to say about this, that things will even out, that, you know, that it seems like they're going to, that there might be some balance here. There might be some, what's the second card? Because it was based on.
The Stars.
Yeah, I think you have reason to be optimistic that they're going to look at what you're bringing to the table positively here. But, you know, that being said, this is kind of a tenuous balance here. They're really going to weigh you against what whoever else is applying for this position.
To me, though, it does feel like if you're accepted, what you might find is that the pay is about what you would expect. It's a fair pay. It's not necessarily fabulous, but it's not unfabulous. And I sort of feel like you probably are going to get the nod. It could be that you're really going to look bright and radiant at this interview that's going to happen this week, you say. So or it's saying that this interview is a second interview is a good chance to really impress them, you know. So try to do everything you can to impress them. Part of that, I'm going to just move into the next card, maybe having the appearance that you're a problem solver too, in a way, because coming out of that sense of being held back, sort of saying like you don't let certain obstacles hold you from finding solutions. You try to find a way out of what those containment zones are. Eight of Swords reversed.
Yeah, I know that. I think here that you should be optimistic, and I think that there will be a sense here that you are released from conditions that have been holding you back. And so, what does that mean to me in this particular question? that I think that they may, that there's a good potential here that you could get this job, that you will feel more confident and secure no matter the outcome. I think it's going to leave you in a better place by at least applying for this job. And I don't think you have to worry about, I'm fingers crossed about the monthly pay, but hey, I worked in academia and I got a once a month check for a good portion of my life. So, I mean, that can be legit. But yeah, I would be a little bit concerned. Um, the tower and the dog indicates to me that they're definitely looking for somebody who wants to be loyal to their company or their
It's a school, I guess, or education system.
yeah, their educational system or whatever it is, their business. If it's an educational business, they want somebody who is going to be very loyal and really believes in what they're doing.
So if you're asking about, how things look and or, will the pay be legit, it mostly seems to be on the up and up. I agree with Banshee. I feel like they are a company that would expect a certain level of loyalty, but that's anybody. And so that just means that if they have any really wonky kind of rules or situations, they have a weird dress code, you might have to talk to them about that or deal with that. But that's just me being silly here, probably.
I think you absolutely have reason to be optimistic. And I
Yeah.
would say, in regards to this being your second interview, that it is possible here there is somebody who believes in you at this institution and maybe has no problem with you getting this job. But again, if they're matching you up against other people's skills, it's going to be a matter of that. But I do think maybe you have an advantage here because somebody believes in you. So I wish you luck with that.
Right. And shine brightly, the star.
Yeah. Remain hopeful. Keep
Remain
very
hopeful.
positive. Keep imagining this job is yours.
Yeah, the star is about hope, so
Good
keep
luck
your
with
hopes
that.
alive. Good luck,
And
Shirley.
approach your interview with that kind of confidence. All right, we're on our last three readings.
And we are into overtime. Nice.
All righty.
I'm so happy for you. I hope it works out.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool. I do hope it works out. All right. So did I post the list? Yes,
You
Jamie
did.
Cowboys stuff. I don't know if they posted a question, but we'll take one now, Jamie. Or just let us know if you were listening again. That's fine. It's all good if you are, either way. Yeah, we can. Oh, do you just want a general reading?
Yeah, we'll do a general reading for you then.
Yeah.
So that's going to be your deck, right?
Okay, you got it. I've got my deck.
Alrighty. You're welcome, Shirley. Good luck to you, too. Maybe when we talk to you next time, you'll know how well you did at the interview and what the schedule is.
Right. Well, you have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Oh, look what's back. Why we've had a lot of this stuff happening, but this one's upright. The Eight of Swords is upright. Wow. And the Page of Wands is upright.
To some degree, they may tell a story right
I
off
know.
to me.
I'm going to let
But,
you go if
but
you
let's
want,
look at
but
the
let's
Lenormand. So here's the lady or a
You've
lady.
got the dog. Isn't that funny?
And,
The Eight
no,
of
that's the fox.
It's the fox.
I'm pretty sure that's
It's the foxy fox. Okay.
So the story I feel is Jamie's Cowboys is that maybe you're a little frustrated or realizing you're not getting certain information or message that you want. I imagine this could be about your current situations with the truck and things related to that. But I feel like that reverse page could be saying, like, you feel like you're missing part of the puzzle here, you're missing some of the information, or in your efforts to try to find that information, you feel something is blocking you or preventing that. And that also is played into by the idea of that Eight of Swords there, too, that second card. And you may feel that there is something specific that's holding you back in a way with this.
Well, it is a very odd thing here because that Eight of Swords is in the middle of those two pages, which the pages seem to be in a little bit of a conflict with each other, right? And I kind of feel here that maybe some news you were hoping for is delayed. You're not getting answers that you were hoping to receive, or maybe that you can't seem to move forward with something at this time. There's delays or disappointments. Hey, I know you have some court cases and different things going on. It's possible maybe somebody will ask for a delay, or whatever, or things will be moving more slowly than you would like. And you would like them to move much quicker. You are hoping for things to happen and develop at a faster rate. That's the other page here. And that, you would be getting good news, not that, well, I got to wait longer for something, to happen or develop. And it's making you feel like you're stymied in some way. There's no good way to move forward right now because you feel like you're waiting on all of this to transpire. And so it's holding you in place.
I like what she said there with the Eight of Swords in the middle between the
Yes.
two pages, representing kind of like a push-pull
Yeah.
kind of idea behind the information you're trying to get, and whatever may be holding you back. There's a hint that maybe the Eight of Swords could be saying some things you do inhibit you to or limit you to from finding this out. So some of that could be the sense of you being able to recognize where your strong suite is in being assertive, or maybe where you should be more demure. And I get the feeling you're not the kind of person that does demure, but you might have to when you're dealing with certain kinds of personalities.
It does seem from what you're saying there that this is very relevant. You're tired of waiting. And that's the disappointment here with the Page of
I
Pentacles.
agree with that.
And you just really done. You want to, and even with your healing, that you would like to heal faster, but it just seems like things are dragging and you feel trapped by all of this right now. It's very, I feel for you in this regard. I think here, though,
Another point is that this sort of holds you back from embracing the full healing you need to work on too. Just gonna throw that out there. Go on.
no, that's okay. I feel as though, you know what? You're just going to have to, this is the person, right, or a woman. You're just going to have to keep working at it. The fox is here, and you're just going to have to keep working at, for example, your healing. It will come, and it is work, and you're going to have to keep working with attorneys or whatever to try to resolve, the situation. It's going to be a process. It's probably,
You read my mind again.
okay, it's going to be a process, and but hang in there and just know you've got to see this through.
Jamie's, without it being really clear, I think the idea of the fox with the woman here is indicating this may take longer than you feel comfortable with, but it is important for you to work on this with what you have here. And the fox also has an element of cleverness. And so while you are at home, healing, you could also try to use the time to learn the things you need to, or to apply your own curious and clever nature to applying it towards those situations in the court cases, how you're going to talk to people or how you're going to line up the facts in your favor, kind of thing. So you have an ability to try to be clever here, and maybe it would be, in your best interest to do that as much as you can. Good luck.
Good luck with that. Oh, did not want to do that. All right, we are on Airy, And I was trying to go back, but I can't go back far enough.
I'll look for it.
Well, I was afraid of that. I mean, usually when people give a lot of information, I like to read it because I need to crack it. And I think in Mary's case too, I'm going to want to see it, and I can't pull it up. Really? Oh boy, Jamie. Well, then you really got, take it easy. I mean, you're just going to have to recover as fully as you can. Good luck with that. Hey, Ari, are you here? Did you leave us a question? Because maybe after I said it's a long list, they might have not. There she is. Okay, I got time. She says, okay, I got time. But I don't see a question. Let's see. Maybe it's above that. I don't see it. Giving you another moment, Ari, if you can post a question.
If you're here, post it. We are well over in overtime, so if we don't hear from you shortly, we may have to move on to our last question.
We do have a question from Mary the Aries, so I will go to that, but just give one more moment. So I want to remind everybody, we've been promising to get a WTF TFT out. We're hoping to do that sometime this week as well as our monthly modality message. So hopefully soon.
And the
I
news,
think we'll have to put it a little bit on the back burner until we get the message out.
and you can't understand what's going.
I'm hearing the song in my head.
I think we're going to move on. We're into our overtime, and we probably just need to focus on this next question. There's a lot of aspects to it, it looks like.
Okay, Mary the Aries, and I'm going to have to try to get back to it, but let me see if I can. I think I can. Gosh, every so often it lets me go way far back, but nope, I didn't quite get there, I think. Let me make sure. Oh, wait, maybe I went past it. Okay, good. Here it is. Wanted to, okay, let you know, think your reading from the other day was somewhat accurate. Okay. Nicole had a lot of drama, and while her intentions were good, her energy was not. She's trying to get custody of her new granddaughter, who was born at 26 weeks, still in the NICU, because her daughter is a drug addict and she's trying to control the situation with her daughter and force rehab and asking me for insight and help. And every time I give it to her, it's not what she wants to hear, and she gets upset. And she's now at the point where it's consuming her life. She's neglected the kids and has at home. So, is there a question here?
Yeah, I don't really see what the question
And
is myself.
using my sister's EBT money to support her family. Just wanted attention. Okay, long story short, ended up removing her from life. Oh,
Should we just do a general question about whether
hold
things will work out?
so thank you for so much for your insight. I don't think you were wrong. I do think intentions were good, just toxic without realizing it. Happy first day of spring. Okay, I don't see a question we're supposed to answer there. So, Mary, are you here?
Well, they started off by telling us, that they thought the last reading was pretty good.
Yeah. So I didn't really see any question in any of that, unless I missed something. So I think we're going to have to hold you off till next time if you're not here.
Yeah.
And Ari, one last call for you. This is your last chance if you're here.
But it's
Other than
almost
that, I
4:30
think we're going to
and
close the show because we are running late
I'm running out of energy.
and I need to eat.
Me too, actually.
So I guess we're going to close the show. And I just want to thank everybody
Thank you,
for
everybody.
some interesting questions today. And sorry we took so long. We had a couple things that delayed us here today. Not so much the birthday reading, but some things also that happened in between. So hopefully next time, because we do have a birthday reading on Thursday, we'll be able to get through more readings.
Thanks, Jamie's.
So take care, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the readings. Have a great rest of your day or evening. And we always love to see you here. We hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Angel.
Bye bye for now. Bye, everyone.